Hey y'all, it's your girl Chef Kyra and welcome back to another episode of New York Eats. Welcome to my food channel where we talk about everything nice, sugar and spice, baby. So currently right now it is 7:16 a.m. right? And so for today's episode I'm about to tell y'all right now. We are going to a lovely farm today. What is the name of the farm? You know, to be honest with you, I don't know. Yeah, so we just gonna have to see when we get there. And this is just me being 110% honest, because I thought it would be in the text message. But point being is, I just recently went to a wedding, and one of the wedding guests that was there is a farmer. And so I told him, I was like, it'd be really dope. I let him know, I was like, yo, that would be so dope to, interview you and get a chance to show people where the fruits and vegetables come from, at least for this area, but also to give, other people an idea of, where their fruits and vegetables come from, what it's like to be a part of farm life, what the whole process is, some of the troubles and things like that. So it's gonna be really cool and dope. I have to get ready, even though it looks like I'm ready, but I gotta get ready, shower, retouch up my edges even though they look decent right now, and get ready. And so the farm is let's see, y'all. Farm is about like 45 minutes out. Yeah. So with that being said, shorty is not gonna be doing no full face of makeup. I'm probably just gonna do like a little cute little like simple lip look. Maybe do a little lash, make sure my eyebrows is looking decent and not fuzzy, like two fuzzy worms on my face. But like I said, at the end of the day, we're going to this farm, we're gonna check it out. And from what I was told and what I understand from what Sean was telling me, who is the farmer, that like right now, the fall season, they're not really harvesting too much, and this is when things start to die down. So we're gonna be able to see some stuff, but we're not gonna be able to see too much stuff. And I also think that like I'd love to do like a part 2, as long as everything goes like super well today, and do a part 2 for when their season starts to kick up, when they're harvesting, when I can see more, and it just looks a little bit more, I guess, scenic and pleasing to the eye. So with that being said, let's get ready, let's get it started. I'm so tired, y'all don't understand. Let me tell you something, okay? I am the type of person where I'll get up in the morning if I have to and I got stuff to do, but like this whole getting up 6 o'clock in the morning, trying to get ready and do all this other stuff, it reminds me of school days. Shorty is no longer in school, and I just like, who like waking up early? Like it's not a thing for me. I love my bed. I love to sleep. That's like my favorite thing. Y'all ask any of my family members, especially my father, oh, get out, you've been sleeping all day, this, that, and the third, woo, woo. Maybe I'm sleeping all day because y'all be getting on my damn nerves. That's one, okay? And 2, I just like to sleep, because when I sleep, I dream. And when I dream, anything can happen. So it's better sometimes than the reality of like real life. But I just want to put that little PSA out. But anyways, let's get ready, let's get to it. It's mad cold this morning, so I'm definitely gonna have to like put some like long sleeve stuff on, make sure shorty ain't getting sick, you get what I'm saying, cover that neck, cover it up, you get what I'm saying, and get my life together. All right, let's go and let's get started. Alright y'all, so now I am finally in the car. To be honest, I was like really tempted to do a full face, but I was like, we don't have time for that. So I'm just put on a little gloss, make sure my eyebrows look okay, put on a little, mascara, and call it a day. So we're supposed to arrive by 8:55. It's a 40-minute drive, so let's just get on the road, y'all. Alright y'all, so welcome to the farm alleged. Here we have Thomas, who is the owner of the farm, and then we have my homeboy Sean, who is one of the employees for the farm, and they're just going to give us a tour, talk a little bit about the farm life, the different stations that they have here on the farm, and also just about the different vegetables and things that they're growing here on the farm. Alright, let's get started.
Alright. Well, we're way at the end of the season, so I can show you where everything starts, but we actually have no seedlings left. But we start a lot of stuff from seed, and we grow it all in our little seedling house. So for most of the year, we would have lots of baby plants growing inside our seedling house. But at this point, we put everything out that we're going to put out for the year, so it's emptied out right now. But early in the season, this would be full of tables covered with trays of little seedlings. And then, actually, it has its second. Well, it has three purposes. So second purpose, winter squash. Once we've harvested them, actually some of them need to come and sit somewhere nice and warm and cure. So they come in here. Unfortunately, the rats come in here and eat some of them. Then,
everybody's got to eat, huh?
Groundhogs like to tumble in here too. So
oh, really?
That's why there's still a few squash in here. And then we farm basically till Christmas. So when it gets very cold, we actually move our washing station in here, and we can turn the heat on and we don't die.
Right, that sounds good.
Our normal packing room isn't heated and it gets too cold.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad in here too, but that's one of the reasons we only go till Christmas, is we get cold and it's just miserable at that point.
I don't blame you.
So that's why this little greenhouse has a heater and it has a vent fan, so this has got all the fancy doodads.
Ooh, okay.
So that's what this. So this is where everything would really start in the spring.
Okay.
Middle of March, we start planting stuff.
Right.
And then we basically don't put anything in the ground until sometime in April. We keep planting and transplanting all the way through basically the end of September is when I might still put a bit of spinach in the ground at this point. Just for the hell of it.
Spinach. I love me some spinach.
Yeah, it does good in the cool weather.
Yeah. Saute spinach, cream spinach.
Yeah.
And then the earliest stuff that we grow in these 4 big field houses.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Yo, look at all these greens. I'm so excited.
So we grow.
Ooh.
So all of our lettuce and salad mix, head lettuce, all the different kinds of endives, all of our fennel, dandelions, bok choy,
Ooh, bok
scallions, those all
choy.
only grow in a greenhouse.
And it protects them from, so we have some deer on the farm, and they really like to munch on all of those things. So the walls being down most of the time and just being a structure closer to where we work up on the house, near the houses on the farm, kind of keeps them mostly away and out of here. And then we have really nice looking produce instead of stuff that's half, bit off of.
Oh.
And then this also, we do as much as we can, to make the soil good on the rest of the farm, but we've done more work in here. We've taken all the big rocks out. We put a lot of compost and stuff in here, so this is prime soil.
Wow.
So this is far and away the most productive.
It looks great.
Part of the farm.
I mean,
we've stuck a few things in between our greenhouses just because we have space. So we have mostly our herbs, perennial herbs out here.
oh, okay.
So this is just a big patch of sage. There's rosemary back there, chives.
Sage. Oh, I love sage.
That died last night. Very exciting.
Well, that's
The
good.
good side of frost is it kills
Yes.
the weeds.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Okay.
But they'd be dead.
This is the dregs of our first planting of tomatoes, which we get in earlier by doing it in the tunnel. So it gets us our tomatoes out a little earlier in the year. But they've been kicking along for many months now. They just don't have anything left in them. So
When did we
kind of
put them
dying
out?
back.
Oh,
Oh gosh, that was
In
like
early May.
Yeah, May.
So we do have our super hot peppers.
Oh yeah, our little hot chilies are over here.
oh, that's pretty cool. Check this out, y'all. Got some hot peppers.
They like warm weather to grow into, so this same thing. This gets them a little better early start on stuff. Do you like hot food, Kyra?
Yes.
Yeah.
These are hot. Hot peppers. We have others that are milder, but these are the super hot ones.
These are the hottest here
Okay.
that we have anyway. These little fatali peppers.
Oh, okay.
You want to try one?
Sure.
I'll eat one with you.
Okay.
I'll eat a little bit anyway.
Check that
Very
out.
little bit. Sean's now going to blind himself later in the day when he
So you can smell it.
Ooh,
It
okay.
has like a particular hot chili smell.
Okay, yeah, that's
They're
interesting.
delicious, but then the heat overwhelms you.
Just take a little nibble.
Okay.
Just from that end, that's the tip end. So that'll be the mildest
Don't
part of the
forget that you
pepper.
touched the hot pepper with
You can take a small bite. Just bite the corner like this. You see? Just bite it. Gentle.
your fingers.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, true. Yeah, don't put your fingers in your eye now.
Okay, y'all. So you see the pepper. Now I'm just gonna
Touching your eye would be like
turn the camera
like
on
tear
me.
gassing yourself.
Okay. Y'all see the pepper? All right. You
Just take a
ready?
little nibble. Little.
Little.
Well, yeah, little.
Just a little bite. A little nibble. It's like the dogs. All right, y'all. Y'all see I took a bite. Okay.
It's got some heat.
Ooh, but you know what? It's kind of fruity.
Yep,
It is.
it
It's
is.
got a
It's kind,
great
y'all. It's
flavor.
kind of fruity.
It
It's
is.
got a
People
great
don't believe
flavor.
us when we say about the flavor, but they
good.
taste really good.
You know, because it's like a lot of the times, like when it comes to like heat and stuff like that, like it's just straight heat.
Yeah.
There's no like building up of the flavor. There's no like like I don't know, but that's good,
They make
y'all. That's
great
good.
hot sauce.
Oh my
That's
gosh!
what I
Wow, that's
use for hot
delicious.
sauce.
This one makes an also great,
these
but
are-
differently flavored hot sauce. This is a lemon drop pepper.
Ooh.
This is a
Okay, let me get it.
ahi
It is.
type. It's called ahi type, which
Okay.
are often from South America. I think this one was from Peru originally, but It's not only called lemon drop because it has a lemony color to it, but actually has like a little bit of a citrusy flavor. If you want to taste that one too, you can.
I'll put the blue guy in my pocket.
And I think this is my favorite hot pepper that we grow, this little lemony thing, because I'm kind of a baby. I don't like all that fatale heat all the time. I like just a little more medium heat.
Okay, that's fair.
And it has like a really bright...
Like crisp?
Yeah. Bright, fresh, sunny.
Okay, y'all see the pepper now. I'm a trooper. You know what it reminds me of? Like when you first taste it, it gives like the taste of like a green bell pepper.
Oh, a little bit maybe.
You know?
Especially after that fatale has a more distinctive flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it gives me. I don't know that I really get...
You don't get the bright flavor?
Yeah, I don't get the citrus, but I definitely, like, it tastes very similar to me, like, at least on my palate, it tastes very similar to, like, that, like, flavor that green bell peppers have. Okay. You know?
Yep. Yeah, it's got a real fresh flavor, that's for sure.
But it's not bad. I like it. And, like, that first pepper, that was dope. That was crazy.
So you
right
like
there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's spicy, but it tastes good.
Cattle. And that was normal for that time. I mean, you know, this whole thing with like big dairy farms is like kind of a new thing. It used to be that, you know, families would make their whole living off of having 30 to 50 or 60 milkers, and they could make a living doing that. Milk prices were pretty good then. But this lower area that you saw earlier, which is now our packing room where we, you know, pack vegetables and stuff for market or for our CSA, was the milking parlor. So they'd bring, you know, the cows around back here, bring them in. They had milking equipment down there, and the top part of the barn is known as a hay mow. It's a area where you store all your hay for winter, you know.
Okay.
And we use that now for drying onions and garlic, and we store a bunch of junk up there too. So, I mean, in general, if you go to a plant and you see a whole lot of some kind of bug on it, you probably ask the question, what kind of bug is that, and is it damaging my plant, you know?
Right.
Usually when you see large groupings of a particular type of insect on a plant, it's not good. It's usually a pest. Most of the innocuous insects that are on plants are sparsely and evenly populated around lots of different plants. So you look for bugs. There are, you know, leaves, if they get spots and stuff. I mean, some of this is just late season stuff. This okra is a warm weather plant, so it's just not happy with all these cool days and not as much sunshine, and they're old. So we're obviously not worried about that now, and we're not even picking the okra anymore. But if that were to have happened kind of earlier on, you know, there was a weird disease on the green ones. You can see the green ones are a little shorter down there. They never got as big. I was cutting some of the leaves off of those when they'd get brown, which was more of just an instinctual thing. Honestly, I don't know if that was the right thing to do because I'm not an okra expert. And I didn't take the time to look that up. And okra's kind of a bonus crop that we grow. But for some more of our staple crops, for instance, like tomatoes, you know, we know already that tomatoes are susceptible to all sorts of mold and fungal rot. It's just a common thing known among farmers. So we actually do have organic fungicides that don't persist very long on the leaf or in the soil, and they're not like super strong. They're not like super dangerous to the environment or humans, but they are, you know, good at sort of beating back and keeping down, adding a little extra protection against fungus. And we'll spray that on especially before the fruits are on the plants, when it's just leaves, when it's just foliar growth on the plant. We'll try to help get them over maybe some damper times of the year, or else they will be susceptible to rot, and then we won't get any or many tomatoes at the end, you know. So we try to be judicious with anything that we do, and we only do it when it's necessary. That's the advantage of working on a small farm, is that we can walk around and just only address these issues when they're actually issues, whereas larger farms, a lot of times they have schedules, you know, like if they grow radishes, they know 7 days in they get sprayed with this, 12 days in, they get sprayed with this. You know, they just have a schedule that they keep, and it doesn't matter what the plants look like on the ground. They just go out there and do it, because that's how they grow. But we look at things, and if plants seem to be growing happily and there's no problem, we just let them grow happily and pick them when they're ready.
Yeah, the less others are going to get diseases at some point. So we have a planting in the greenhouse.
Right.
We have a first planting outside, and we have a second planting outside. So by the time these are dying back, we have another patch to pick.
Oh, okay.
So partly you just handle it that way, as you do multiple cucumbers, very susceptible to all sorts of diseases.
Right.
I mean, even our sprays, once the disease really comes, we're not going to stop it.
Okay.
Because it's not a super strong spray.
We just don't we don't use the fungicides that would help at all. So we just plant them every 4 weeks, and we till in the messy ones and hope the new ones go okay. And so the younger plants are a little sturdier. They can fight off the diseases a little better. And then by the time they're dying back, we have another planting. So that's a lot of how we actually handle it. But yeah, we respond to what's happening, whereas conventional farming just farms on the basis of what might happen, and they're stopping it before it might happen.
Okay.
So that's why it's just on a spray schedule or whatever. So,
Right. Okay.
And then we also just put up with a certain amount of loss. It's one of the other advantages of growing 50 crops. I mean, I've had years where the cucumbers were just wiped out. Like in 3 days, a disease came in, and they're just like somebody torched them, literally.
Oh no.
Like, okay, so we don't have cucumbers for a while.
Right.
We now have 49 other crops.
Okay.
So we're not guaranteeing anybody that we'll have everything.
Right.
If you're a conventional farmer and you signed a contract with a wholesaler, you have a contract. Like, you've guaranteed them that on that date you will deliver that quantity of produce.
Right.
That's a huge
commitment as a farmer. Yeah.
That's very hard. I mean, those farmers use some nasty sprays, but they're good at what they do.
Right.
We don't guarantee anybody that there's
gonna
anything.
be right.
We guarantee that we'll have produce and that we'll grow it as well as we can and pick it when it's ripe. But some years we might have a lot of cucumbers, and some years, like this year, we might have almost none. And then this year we had a lot of ugly ones, so we're just culling them and eating them, or they go on the compost pile. So that's just part of the cost of farming this way.
Okay. Also, like the okra at this point, like, what does it taste like?
Well, I just tasted it myself, which I don't normally do this time of year when it's gotten cold. I haven't actively picked this okra in probably 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay.
So, as you see, very few of the plants have any leaves, worth mentioning. And all of these here, these older pods, are probably easily, 8 or 9 weeks old. So they're pretty woody. They actually might have seeds in them already. I wanted to save okra seeds. Okay, those are almost mature seeds. These seeds turn black on the skin when they get fully mature. So, some maybe further down, if we walk down, we could find there's a pod that's ready. So, they're woody, basically, is the answer. They're like stringy, woody, hard. And I picked the youngest ones off of there to try. That's the ones that I was eating, because I thought, well, maybe these young ones still have a little bit of verve left in them, but they don't. Even the young ones are too stringy. So this is how you save okra seeds. So if you wanted to plant your own okra, you could plant these seeds next year and you'd get okra.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, so I mean, pretty good return. You probably get about 50 or so seeds from each pod. Really only need one.